All right, welcome everyone to another episode of CRNA School Prep Academy. I'm your host, Jenny Fennell in CRNA. Welcome back. Or I should say today or this week, we're gonna do something a little bit different. And today I'm gonna actually talk about CRNA School Prep Academy. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and always ask, when's the right time to join? How can it help me? Those types of questions. And so I thought that I should do an episode that kind of quickly goes over who it's for, when's the right time to join, and what all it could do for you. So first, what is CRNA School Prep Academy? CRNA School Prep Academy was built with you in mind, the aspiring CRNA. And so depending on where you find me within your journey, it can vary. I have students who come into the academy with only a few weeks before their interview. I have students who come into the academy who are years away from applying. And I have students who gain acceptance in the school who come into the academy for education prior to starting school. So as you can see, it's kind of a wide range. Kind of a recurring theme, though, that I do hear from a lot of my students is they always say they wish they would have found me sooner. So I really do think that CRNA School Prep Academy is better the earlier on you use it, because there's so much information in there. It's really not meant to be a cram, quick in and out kind of academy. It's kind of meant to be a longer term plan. And so many students that I find to be the most successful tell me they spend at least 2 to 3 months prior to their interview studying for their interview. So that's prior to, and then typically that's usually right around the application time. Students are already studying for their interview prior to actually submitting their application. So I want you to keep that in mind when you're planning for your journey into CRNA. And again, not everyone needs all the planning tools. Some people need the planning tools because they don't know where to start. And so CRNA School Prep Academy has all the planning tools you need from the time you decide CRNA is 100% what you want to do, all the way into the application interview process and into the SRNA phase. And so it's kind of a unique in that it kind of can meet you where you're at and give you the tools that you need where you need them now. And so again, I don't want to discourage you if you're early on in the process, if you just started your nursing career and you're probably 2 or 3 years out from applying, CRNA School Prep Academy can give you a really great head start. Where I kind of tell some students that maybe they should wait are when they're early on in their nursing school journey, meaning if you're a new nursing student. Where I can see CRNA School Prep Academy being beneficial is maybe come in as a quarterly student, which is just 3 months, and then utilize the planning phase. Because where I see students make a lot of mistakes actually is really early on in the process during your early nursing school days. So I really think if you came in and just utilized the academy for 3 months and took advantage of all the planning phase, maybe do a financial webinar with Natalie because she does it quarterly, come to a few Q&A sessions with us, get your questions answered, and really kind of try to narrow down your schools and try to get help in that realm. I think that would be the best use of your time as a nursing student early on. I do not think a nursing student who is, say, a first-year nursing student, second-year nursing student should really subscribe to the academy on an ongoing basis, because I think your focus should be on getting good grades as a nursing student and focusing on those classes. But I do think there's a lot of great resources in there early on that you can utilize in the planning phase. My cell phone just dropped off the table. So again, you can definitely come in there early on as a student and utilize a lot of the great planning tools. And again, I suggest maybe as a quarterly student to do that. But if you're getting ready to graduate nursing school, if you're already an ICU nurse, if you're a nurse moving to the ICU, that's a great time to join the academy. Because again, it's really kind of that key time where you want to narrow down what schools you're applying to and figure out what schools are right fit for you, and as well as figuring out how can you boost yourself as an applicant so you have the best odds of gaining acceptance on your first try. So that's how CRNA School Prep Academy can help you. It's really meant to boost your application to get you into anesthesia school on your first attempt, as well as prepare you for your time as a student nurse anesthetist. So the educational workshops we do not only cross coverage into the ICU time, because a lot of it's ICU knowledge that's going to serve you into anesthesia school. Everything we teach you in the educational workshops are education that you're going to be relearning as an anesthesia student. And so we're not teaching anesthesia, so don't worry. Don't, if your eyeballs just lit up, it's not anesthesia. We teach you the kind of the foundations you need to build upon your anatomy, pathophysiology, pharmacology. That again is going to serve you as your time in the ICU and as your time as a student nurse anesthetist. So we try to hit both at once. So that's kind of what I think is so great about it. We also now offer CE credits. So if you're looking for a way to get CE credits anyways for your RN license, come into CRNA School Prep Academy, get the mentorship you desire, as well as continuing education credits. We are getting all of our workshops accredited through the AACN, which is awesome. So that's something to look forward to. And going forward, we're going to have more and more. We currently just have one workshop so far, which is the cardiac workshop we just did in June of 2021. This upcoming month in August, we're going to be doing an endocrine lecture, which is 2 CE credits. In August, we're doing an ABG workshop with acidosis alkalosis, which is 2 CE credits. In September, we're doing a sedation opioid workshop, which is 2 CE credits. So as you can see, we're picking topics that are really going to serve you both as your time as an ICU nurse and an SRNA. We've done respiratory lectures and ventilator lectures. We did pharmacology lectures. We've done clotting cascade. What was it? Hematology. I mean, we've covered a pretty well-rounded base so far. So that's going to be every month essentially. So there's going to be 12 workshops consistently in the academy. That's going to be educational. We also have monthly Q&A sessions. We're actually just now formulating a way to kind of make ourselves more available for our students. And so what we're going to do, we currently do like a 1 Q&A session a month, which is kind of ask me anything. And I do those Q&A sessions. We're also going to be having starting guided Q&A sessions with Richard Wilson, who's the faculty member who is the expert contributor of CRNA School Prep Academy, which I'm really excited about. We offer unique services to our students. These services are in addition to the membership fee, but they are paid services for one-on-one time with you and say an SRNA or a faculty member to do things like transcript reviews, essay reviews, resume reviews. We're now even offering tutoring with one of the SRNAs who just graduated. I shouldn't say SRNA, he's a CRNA now. He's Morgan Potts. He's actually going to stay with the academy and continue to do mock interviews for students, as well as one-on-one tutoring sessions with students who need it. So there's just all kinds of great opportunities for our students inside the academy. We also have a private community forum. This is a great place to feel safe and secure to go say do an essay swap with a peer, a resume swap with a peer. We have questions in there where I go and I answer questions for my students. I post interview advice for various schools. I talk with all my students to go through interviews, and I try to kind of get a heads up on the interview style these schools have so they can kind of have a more guided preparation process. I mean, I could keep going on and on. I feel like I'm giving you guys so much to think about, but CRNA School Prep Academy, I've designed it with you in mind, and it's only growing and the resources continue to grow. So my goal with this is I try to make it as most, or I should try to find it, how to make it as most valuable to you as possible. I tried to find the right words and almost lost them there, but I try to find ways to I essentially listen to my students. What are your pain points? What do you need? And I try to find ways to figure that out. Another thing I'm working on slowly but surely is I'm building a data sheet of CRNA and SRNA mentors, because one of the problem points my students have is finding shadowing experience. So that has been a work in progress where I'm building a data sheet for my students to reach out to CRNAs who have volunteered, put their hands up, said, hey, I can help you. Same with SRNAs. SRNAs that I've mentored over the years are now mentors themselves, which is one thing that I find very powerful about this community, you guys, is because it's really kind of breeding, that's probably not a good word. To me and my words today, I don't know. It's kind of like setting the foundation of a pay it forward mentality, which is what I really strive to do for my students. And so that's awesome. When my students become SRNAs and then become SRNAs who want to mentor fellow aspiring students, that's to me like the best, most rewarding thing that could ever come out of this is the fact that we're building the mentorship community. The other thing that I'm building, which I'm excited, I just announced it recently, is I'm finally launching my SRNA scholarship. It's through bold.org. The applications are not open yet. So if you're listening to this, the applications will be opening soon. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram, CRNA School Prep Academy. The Facebook is ICU Dreaming About Anesthesia. And I will be announcing when the application opens. And this is only going to be for current SRNAs. You have to provide proof of being enrolled in an anesthesia program, but we're going to be awarding 4 students $1,000, and this scholarship is only going to grow. We have been fortunate enough to get funding through Thrivent Financial. If you guys are not familiar, Natalie Kretzer does quarterly financial webinars for our students. Another benefit of CRNA School Prep Academy, because again, that was one of my students' pain points, was how do I afford school? So hey, I hooked up with Natalie. Natalie is amazing. We've become friends over the years, and she does quarterly financial webinars for my students. She also can do a one-on-one consultation for you for free. It's a one-time freebie, but she's there to help. She specializes in working with SRNAs and CRNAs. She's very familiar with the struggles that you go through. She works very closely with York College in Pennsylvania. So if you're a student interested in York, you will know Natalie. You'll get to know her because she works very closely with those students as well. She's phenomenal. So again, she's a supporter of our scholarship foundation. We now have Locum Tenens, who's a supporter of our scholarship foundation and just donated. So I'm seeking out help from the community to kind of grow this, which is amazing and so exciting. So again, this scholarship is open to all SRNAs. And yeah, so the resources continue to grow, and I, again, just seek out ways to help you. And as far as, did I answer your questions as far as how can it help? Who can it help? Essentially, maybe who it's not for would be another one to address. So who it would not be for is essentially if you're not sure CRNA is for you. If you're still kind of like, well, I don't really know if CRNA is for me, I really do encourage you to try to utilize all of the free resources out there. I don't want to see you spend money on this career if you're not invested in it. And so that starts with maybe job shadowing. Job shadowing is free. So take advantage of job shadowing. Go to open houses. Those are free. Okay, go to open houses. Follow me on social media. Subscribe to my Instagram, my Facebook. Ask questions. Listen to my YouTube channels, all my podcast episodes. And really, I want you to hone in on some of the free advice out there and information about becoming a CRNA, because that's really where you should start. And then once you're 100%, oh my gosh, 100%, I'm all in, I want to do this. That's when you are ready for CRNA School Prep Academy. Okay, so I really want to put the free resources out there first while you're still trying to make up your mind whether CRNA is for you. But once you're 100% committed, that's when it's time to start making investments in your future by joining CRNA School Prep Academy. Okay, other people who maybe it's not for, clearly it's a paid mentoring service. So if you're not okay with paying for mentoring, then it's not for you. Doing the work, that's another big one, you guys. It's not like a quick on-off switch. I can't magically embed knowledge into your brain. If that was possible, that'd be cool. Sign me up. But I can't make you do the work. I can't make anything happen for you. It's really, I kind of call myself like, you're the vehicle to your success, and CRNA School Prep Academy are the tires. Okay. We can support you and get you there, but you have to actually start the engine and drive. Okay. You're in control of where you go. We're just the support. So you really have to be really ready to maybe hear some things you don't want to hear as far as retaking some classes or, getting an extra certification or changing ICUs or whatever it may be. There may be some things that are going to create more financial strain and more time constraints on you, because it's going to be a lot of extra work. And so you have to be willing and able to jump in, get your hands dirty, do the extra work and put in the time, utilize the resources. If you join the academy and it just sits and collects dust, it's not going to do anything for you. So I really don't want you to join the academy until you're actually ready to commit to opening our emails, reading what we have to offer, coming to the events we do and we put on for you. CRNA School Prep Academy is having an in-person conference, which is going to be a great opportunity for you guys to meet program faculty, meet fellow aspiring students, and learn from the community itself who's going to help you get into school. So we're doing things like that for you guys, coming to the Q&A sessions, going to the educational workshops. I could go on and on. I just want to make sure that if you're making the investment into CRNA School Prep Academy, that you really are truly utilizing it and getting the most out of it. So that could be also who I want to make sure that if this is for you, that's what you're willing to do. Okay, another thing too, I should go over like the payments. You're probably wondering, well, how much does this cost? What's the investment for this? we have 3 different options currently. They're not really payment plans. It's either monthly, quarterly, or yearly, meaning if you sign up as a monthly, it's month to month, meaning you're not obligated to pay a whole year as a month student. You can literally come in for a month and get out if that's all you need. And we did this because, again, people find me at all stages of their journey. I'm not going to have someone who is literally a week away from their interview sign up for a whole year when they think they don't need me for a whole year. What if they just want me for a month before their interview and then maybe 6 months leading into school? Cool. That's awesome. If they just want me for the services, that's cool too. Again, some people want me for the whole year, 2 years, 3 years prior to going into applying to school. That's awesome too. We can be here for as much or as little as you want. If you sign up as a yearly student, it's $325, which breaks down to $27 a month. That is going to be the best investment financially. The monthly price is $39.99. And then the quarterly price is $104. Okay, so those are your options. Quarterly is every 3 months. Like I said, if you're early in nursing school, that's the best option in my opinion, because you can come in, get 3 months of mentorship, utilize the planning phase, get a quarterly financial webinar series, come to like 3 Q&As and 3 workshops, and then come back later on when you're getting ready to graduate nursing school. Okay, so I hope that kind of explains things a little bit better for you guys, answers some questions about it. I'm super excited about it and where we're going with it. At this point, we're really getting traction with program faculty. They're hearing about us. Even in interviews, they're hearing about us. They're seeing us on resumes and they're asking questions or reaching out to me. We're getting program faculty to speak at our conference this fall in South Carolina. And overall, you guys, the community has been like so supportive of what we're doing. I'm even going to speak at Srna, which is the Ohio State Nurse Anesthetist Association, and I'm speaking on mentorship. So again, I think it's awesome to have the community back this and support it because I know just how much is needed. My next mission is to really talk with try to reach out to all the program faculty out there and really get to know them on a personable level and ask them where their students are struggling. And I really want to try to develop a curriculum around that. Meaning I want to see where their students are struggling the most. And I want to develop a curriculum that's going to help students where they're struggling in school so we can actually combat that problem. So yeah, I'm super excited about the future of CRNA School Prep Academy. It's just the beginning and it's going so well. We've helped hundreds and hundreds of students gain acceptance to programs all across the country. We're currently sitting at about 1,000 members. So it's a very, very well-known program at this point. Students leave me unsolicited reviews, which is awesome. The fact that they're just willing to leave me these amazing reviews of how much it helped them. So far, we have like 50 some reviews on Trustpilot, so you can go read through those. The Facebook community is approaching 14,000 people. Yeah, you guys, it's a great community to be a part of. I hope that if you haven't found our Facebook community, you will seek that out now. Again, it's ICU Dreaming About Anesthesia, and that's CRNA School Prep Academy, over and out. And we will see you next week for another episode. Take care.